Hey, it's Charmaine. Welcome to the Clutter Garden. It's the first week of January, and I am going to start my onion seeds. So there's a couple of things to keep in mind as we get started. First is I live on the western coast of Washington State, which means during the summer, my days are going to be really, really long. So that means it's going to be more beneficial for me to grow long day onions. Now, if you're a little bit confused about the differences between a long day versus a short day versus an intermediate day, don't worry. Just keep in mind where you are in reference to the equator. The closer you are to the equator, let's say in the south, the shorter your days are in the summer. The further away you are, like where I am, the longer your days are going to be in the summer. So it's going to be more beneficial for you to read that packet. And as long as it says somewhere on there, there should be, like on these MI Gardeners, it says long day. It's the first thing that says. So look at your packet. They should tell you whether it's a long day, a short day, or intermediate. That being said, this year I've gotten some new onion seeds, and the varieties I'm going to grow are Ailsa Craig, Southport White Globe, Walla Walla, White Sweet Spanish, Utah Yellow Sweet Spanish, and then I'm also going to try these shallots for the first time. I've never grown them before. I'm going to do two types of leeks. I'm also going to start those right now, a Carentan leek and an American flag leek. And then just because I want some in the house and I can also transplant these outside, I'm going to start some common chives and some garlic chives. First things first, I'm going to make my labels so I don't get these mixed up. I am using a seed starting mix that I put together myself, but you can use any seed starting mix that you have on hand. If you don't have a seed starting mix, you can use potting soil. I would either put it through a sieve, or you could just pick through and make sure there aren't any large particles in there. Now you can start your seeds in just about anything. I have these seed starting trays that I'm going to use. But you can start them in egg cartons, you can start them in yogurt cartons, just leftover packages you have from things. Just poke some holes in the bottom and make sure there's good drainage. You can start them in shallow cardboard boxes, all sorts of things. My seed starting mix is a little bit damp, but it could use a lot more moisture because it's really crumbly and fine. So I'm gonna bottom water and then mist the top once I'm done. Onion seeds are very easy to separate. So feel free to sow them generously. So once you've got all the seeds planted, I just go ahead and cover them really lightly with the seed starting mix, and then just press them in. Now I will go ahead and I'll leave them in this particular tray. Oops, I don't have anything planted in those last two just yet. I will leave the seeds in this tray so I can bottom water, and I'll mist the top. Once I mist the top, I do like to do one final step that's not required at all. I'll show you that in just a moment. So I have everything covered. My final step when I'm starting seeds that are gonna be in source is I will go ahead and cover them lightly with some vermiculite. This will just help keep that top layer of moisture in there. This is not required. If you have domes, that'll help too. I don't know where I did with all my domes for these, and my house gets really, really dry. So I find that seeds that I start here indoors, they dry out really, really quickly in the house. So this helps retain some of that moisture. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these watered in and then covered with some vermiculite, and then I'll go. Then we'll be done. So what I'll do is I will keep these on this shelf here, my little setup. Onion seeds do not need water. Onion seeds do not need heat in order to germinate. So although they are sitting on top of heat mats, those heat mats are not plugged in. So I'll just go through and I will mist those probably once a day to once every other day, depending on how dry it is. And then they should germinate in about a week or so. A couple things to remember about onion seeds. If your germination ends up being a little spotty, look at the date on the package. Typically, onion seeds drastically lose their efficacy after the second year. So that might be the reason. And that's one of the reasons why I purchased new seeds for this year. These seeds will be left here in the dark until they germinate. They won't need light until then. Let me know if you guys are going to be starting your onion seeds too and where you're growing from. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment box below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.